Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. First of all, Happy New Year. I'm happy to be back to making videos. Today is the first day since winter break from the kids' school that I have had a home alone, or I've had my house to myself other than the dogs. But anyways, I'm so excited. I hope you guys had a wonderful break. Hope you had a wonderful holiday with your family and friends, and Happy New Year to you. And I wish all of the most amazing things for you all this year. And yeah, so let's get into the video. So I want to start some seeds with you today, and let me show you what we are starting in. Vego sent out some really great products to me, and I want to share them with you, and then we'll start some seeds. So this is the Plant and Pop seed bundle, and it looks incredible. First of all, it's made out of really strong, sturdy plastic, which is great. That means that this is something that you would not throw out at the end of a season, at the end of, its second or third, fourth season. This is the kind of stuff that you keep for a really long time. That stuff that you take care of, that you're not just gonna throw away, or you don't care if something happens to it. This is really sturdy and it's good quality. So let me show you how it works. This bottom part here is the watering tray, or the drip tray. So when you water, this tray will collect that water. And let me show you the seedling tray. I'm gonna take this off first and we'll come back to that. So this is your seedling tray. This is where you're gonna put all of your soil in here, and then this is where your plants will grow out of all of these cells. So this right here is the 3-in-1 Plant and Pop board. So once you've filled this tray with soil, then you will take this board. You see how you have all of these sticking out in the back. You will place that on the top and smash it down. That is going to put a hole into your soil so that you can pop your seed in. So you can actually put your seeds through here as an easy way to plant. So then once your seedlings have grown big and strong and you're ready to move them on to like the next size container, or you want to pop them right in the garden, then you'll go get your pop and plant, and you will turn it like this, and then you will put your seedling tray on top of that. Let me get it aligned, and that will actually push your seedlings up and out of here so that they're easier to grab and replant. So this is a really cool device. Now with this bundle, you don't have to buy every single piece, to start seeds. You can just buy this portion here and get you a matching seed tray. You can get your own seed tray, but this all fits perfectly together. But each piece can be sold separately. So you don't have to buy the bundle. You can get what you like and how you like it. Anyways, let me show you the next thing that they sent. So this is the 10x20 seed starting bundle, and there are actually several sizes in this option. So the 10x20 is the biggest, and they come in, I believe, standard size and jumbo size. You can also get a mix of tray, like seedling pot sizes, but you get the humidity dome, you get your seed starting tray, and you can get a drip tray with that. It's falling off. No, look at that. Okay, so yes. Oh, I just dropped it again. We'll leave it there. Okay, so just like the other bundle made from the same tough plastic, these are items that you are going to want to take care of, because if you do, they will last you probably a lifetime if well taken care of. So it's made with that good sturdy plastic. You've got your humidity domes that go over each tray. That humidity is so helpful to starting seeds. And then We've got our bottom watering tray. So this is a great little set. Again, you can kind of mix and match to make it work for your budget and your lifestyle. So yeah, definitely check out the Vego site and see if there's anything on there that could work for you. Make sure you use my links, and I will put in the discount code for you so that when you shop, you get a discount off of your order. So yeah. All right, now let's go start some seeds. Okay, so you might be wondering what seeds we're going to start today, and I'm so excited about these. So I bought a few seeds from Park Seed, and then I went to the store and grabbed a few extra seeds of things that I feel like are great to start right now in January. So the seeds that I got from Park Seed, I got African violet seeds. I've wanted to grow African violet seeds for a long time. I think I have a few African violets right now, and I think that starting them from seed will actually like fuel an addiction. I don't have an addiction to them right now, but starting them from seed, I think I can already feel myself wanting to like go crazy for African violets. I like African violets a lot. I just haven't had that like, I gotta have them, I gotta have all of them. Okay, so anyways, African violets. Then we are going to start some hens and chicks from seed, which I find that to be so exciting because those aren't anything that's like not a typical thing that people start from seed all the time, at least like in the gardening community and houseplant community. I haven't really seen people like, oh, I'm going to start African violets and I'm starting hens and chicks. Like, yeah. And then I got, let me see, these ones I'm actually going to start. These are Triceratops Miyazaki. And this is a perennial, and I'm gonna start this actually in milk jugs in another video. So I'm gonna move that to the side. Okay, from Fairy Morse, I got Munstead Lavender. Lavender, for me, takes a while to get going, and it is a more difficult plant to germinate for me. So definitely starting lavender early. Not this, but I bought arugula to start. Actually, arugula is very cold tolerant. If I started some now, I could probably put it outside pretty early on, maybe like late February, and it probably would be fine in the garden, but I don't think I'm gonna, I gotta think about this more. And then the last one is strawberries. So if I want these guys to fruit for me this year, the earlier I start them, the better chance of that happening. So these are the alpine strawberries, and they do have they are a coated seed, which makes it easier for you to like pick up and, you know, plant. Strawberry seeds are so incredibly tiny, so it can be difficult to plant them without a coated seed. And I'll show you what that coating looks like. See that? How they're in red? That's the coating. They coat the seed to make it easier to plant. So when you're starting seeds, no matter what you are starting your seeds in, you want to use a seed starting mix, because seed starting mix is sterile and it is light and fluffy. It's a lot more fluffy than potting soil. It's a lot more fluffy than garden soil, and you definitely don't want to use soil straight from the ground. That's going to be way too heavy for your seedlings growing in containers like this. So if you were growing straight in the ground, it's perfectly fine to use. You do kind of want it to be a little fluffier, but I mean, just think about in nature how plants propagate themselves. Like you could definitely start them outside, and you don't have to have seed starting mix. But when you're growing in containers, you have to use the appropriate mix for the plants that you're growing. So since we're growing in here, we want to make sure that we're using that seed starting mix to make our lives easier and for more chance of our seeds to actually germinate for us. So I'll show you, I have a bag of seed starting mix right here. This is by Burpee. It's organic, it's lightweight, and very fluffy. When you're working with very fluffy soils and anything that can produce a dust, you just want to be very careful because you don't want to be inhaling that stuff. So let me show you what this soil actually looks like. This is what it looks like. It's very fluffy, very dry soil. And so this will just go into these, and I will fill up, I think I'm gonna try to do maybe max 4 trays, but we'll see how it goes. So my favorite non-seed starting mix soil to use, which I typically use this every single year. I just don't have any now because we don't have any available locally, but I love the Pro Mix soil in the red and black bag. I usually buy that, and sometimes I usually have it like left over on hand from the prior garden season, but I don't have any this year. But when it does come in stock, I will get some, but that's what I love to use for my seed starting mix. That's not a seed starting mix specific soil. So if you don't want to, use a regular seed starting mix, that's a great soil to potting soil to use as your seed starting mix. It's light and fluffy. It's not as fluffy as this, but it's also not like super heavy in any way. I've had great success using that. So I just wanted to say that just to give you another option for soil. All right, so let's start planting. Let me see. So I've got 4 seeds that I'm gonna start, and they're each gonna get 1 tray of their own. Pull this back here. And you know what I forgot to get, which is so fitting? I forgot to get labels, so I'll grab those in a minute or two. So let's start with the strawberries. I love having strawberries in my garden. I grow strawberries every year. New strawberries. I still so the strawberries are perennial, so they'll just keep producing year after year. That you do want to refresh your plants. So your strawberry plants will send out suckers every year, all season long, pretty much, when they're in growing season. And you will want to, at least after the first year, you want to start taking those suckers and repotting them to refresh the plants, because I do believe strawberry plants do get tired and don't produce as much. So you just want to make sure that you are constantly bringing in a fresh crop of strawberries, at least every other year. Do that. So I'm gonna plant the strawberries here, and I'm gonna do 2 seeds per cell. That's just in case one seed does not develop. And let's see how deep these need to be. 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. I don't typically measure that. I just go ahead and put them in. Like if it's a seed that you need to cover, I'll cover it. If there's a seed that doesn't need to be covered, then it doesn't be covered. So anything that needs to be covered, I just put it in wherever I see fit, I guess. So there's 2 seeds down there. And if you accidentally do more than 2 seeds, that's okay. You can weed them out later on. It's called thinning. And thinning doesn't mean that you have to, get rid of or, you know, compost the other plant that's growing. If you are able to divide it and replant that little plantling, go ahead and do that. If it's something where you can't, you have to snip it and you can't, you know, pulling it apart would be more detrimental to the plant that's left than just snipping it, the extra plant at soil level. Just do that instead. But with strawberries, I think they'll be fine dividing. So the strawberries are done. We're gonna move those to the side. And then we are going to plant our sempervivums, our hens and chicks. Now let's see what these look like. I'm guessing these seeds are super tiny, so. Yep, pretty tiny. You can see them all here. Now let me read what it says about these guys real quick. Okay, so these are, we will sow them and cover them lightly. So I'm just gonna kind of make a little space to lightly cover. All right, this is how tiny we're talking here, super little. So let's see what we can do. We'll do our best. And we will lightly cover. Try to at least. Okay. And then try to get these back in the container. All right, so the hens and chicks are planted. Next up, the African violets. Okay, so these we do not want to cover. Let's see what they look like. Oh gosh, so tiny. Look at this. Can't even see that in the camera. You see a little bit. All right, we're gonna do our best. That's all we can do here. Oh gosh, they are incredibly small. So these guys we're not gonna cover, so we're just gonna sit on top of the soil. Where do we start? Okay, I'll try to get the leftovers put back in here. Try, because these guys are so tiny, my goodness. And then anything else, we'll just... Okay, so the African violets have been sown, and we'll put them over here. Put the African violets here. And then these guys, there. And where the strawberries go? Oh, so that one I label. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna plant is lavender. Lavender takes 10 to 28 days to germinate. Plant a 1/4 inch deep. And it says sow in open ground, well exposed. All right, so I'll say lightly cover these as well, just because it says sow in open ground, well exposed. Oh, thank goodness, these are much bigger. Oh, definitely much bigger. Pop that down, lightly cover, lightly cover, lightly cover. Lightly cover. Okay, the lavender is planted. Now I'm gonna clean off this tray really quickly. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you check back to check on these seedlings, and then check out some of the other videos that we have on our channel. And I'll link to where you can get these. And you guys let me know if you have any questions about anything that you saw in this video or any other gardening questions. And I am happy to answer. Look who just wandered. Chalupa, Choopy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh no, here comes Biggie. Biggie boy. Chalupa, what are you doing? What are you doing? Anyways, let me know if you guys have any questions about anything, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.